Today I'm going to see if I can get both of these antique hit and miss engines running in a single day. Both of them are barn fresh, one of them's even stuck. Hopefully we have some good luck with this. Stick around and I hope you guys enjoy. First off, we have an early 1920s model KA Stover. This engine is all original with a homemade cart. It appears to be barn fresh. It's been sitting at least 50-60 years, I'd say, if not more. This engine is in a wet stuck condition where there's grease everywhere but the engine is stuck. When looking at engines that are stuck, I'd much rather find a wet stuck engine than a dry stuck engine, as it means they have been maintained better and have way more oil on them. As you'll see in our next engine, a dry engine is not always a good thing and will normally mean more problems. Only time will tell though, and hopefully we can get this thing broke loose and running today. Up next is this 1.5 horsepower economy engine. This engine was made in the late 1910s. This engine is in all original condition as well as having the original cart. This engine is more what I describe as a dry stuck, though it isn't quite stuck, but it is more prone to have problems when you work on them than if you find one like that Stover, which is covered in grease. These economies were made by Hercules and sold through Sears. With a little bit of luck, hopefully we can get this one loosened up and running as well. I bought the economy missing a couple different parts, so I have to wait to work on it until my friend David gets up here. So we're going to start off first with this Stover. The first thing you ever want to do on a project like this engine, right after you buy it, right before you buy it, or anytime you do anything with one, make sure anything that moves or is going to move when you spin it is loose. If it isn't all loose and something's stuck and you don't pay attention, you'll end up breaking it. As you'll see, this one has a broken rocker arm from somebody doing just that. The exhaust has been stuck and they turned it over and it broke the rocker arm. With that being said, anything that's supposed to be loose is either loose or broken on this, so we can move on to trying to get the piston out. I'm going to start with the easiest method and work my way up from there. First thing I'm going to try is to just kind of hammer on it with a rubber mallet and see if it easily breaks loose, and work my way up to, if I have to, I'll take the head off and beat on the top of the cylinder. That's enough yapping out of me for now, so I'll just let you guys sit back and enjoy. This engine ended up having two stuck rings. The frontmost ring was loose and the back two were stuck. I am by no means the best person at breaking stuck rings loose without breaking them. Best way I've found to get them out is just tedious nudging back and forth just to wiggle oil and penetrating oil into the backs of them. And with any luck, you'll get them to come loose. And with any bad luck, you'll just have a random occasion where the ring gives up. And now you have one less ring to deal with. This rocker arm is a pretty good example of how little it takes to break these parts, as those valves weren't very stuck at all, but yet it still broke the rocker arm when somebody turned it over who knows how many years ago. The Stover turned out pretty nice, and now we're moving on to the economy. Me and David already started looking at the engine, and as you can tell, we are not very enthused. We can talk about how much of a piece of garbage it is later. First thing David pointed out is the cam roller doesn't quite look how it's supposed to. It is supposed to be a nice round circle to roll on our cam, and it's more of a misshapen hexagon at best. I quickly whipped up one on the lathe, and we should be good to go on that part. Extreme wear items like this are what really show up on dry engines like this, because they never really got treated enough to keep lubrication well, and they ended up wearing out parts really badly. This engine was obviously neglected, and that's why it had problems like this to this extreme. Next, we moved on to the cam gear, which the one that came with it had a couple teeth missing and didn't look like it was in very good shape. Luckily, David had an extra one lying around, and he brought it up for us to use. With David's help, this engine kind of got sped through. I didn't get near as much footage of it as I wanted, but we were in a time constraint of a single day as we were heading to an engine show the next day. And I wanted to take these engines along to try and sell them because I'm not planning on keeping them. Just being outside its whole life make it less stuck.
Just as it comes out. Oh, look at what's in there.
I looked in here. It's full of plant.
We have pets.
No, it's a plant. That is a root.
That latch out was pathetic.
Even though me and David were pretty rushed when we were working on this engine, I wanted to take the time to film this as it's a really key component on what makes some of these engines run really badly. If you have a hit and miss engine that runs like this, a main culprit of it is your latch out for your push rod is not set correctly. It's basically taking up your valve lash and not letting your exhaust open enough, so it's bogging the engine down as it sits. With an economy, it's real easy to adjust because there's a screw that lets you move the latch out finger out farther. So I'll quickly adjust it and you can see the side by side and you'll see the world of a difference in how this engine coasts and runs. Might be partially ring slap too. I'm pretty happy with how these two engines turned out. I hope you guys are too. I hope this video was a little bit informative. Some of you people that don't know quite what you're getting into working on engines like this, I hope this inspires some of you to get out there and try and work on engines like this. If you enjoy hit and miss engine or flywheel engine related content, please go check out my channel. Consider subscribing. Leave a like down below if you liked the video, and leave a comment if you have any questions or anything you want to say. But with that being said, that's where this video is going to have to end, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm going to catch you guys next time. You have a nice day.